Missouri.
Yeah, I'm in Chicago.
I mean, close. I mean, it's like 8 hours. Or no, it ain't 8 hours. It's probably like 5, 6.
Yeah,
Probably for me.
I think so. Oh, yeah, I'm going to Lexington tomorrow and I'll be there till Thursday.
the Onyx Men.
Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna turn myself down. There we go. 'Cause Friday. I'm learning things. All right. Hi, people on Twitch. If you're there, we're gonna play some D&D. Yeah, I don't have an intro. I'm not that cool. I focus on the writing of the campaign part, and I leave all that to you guys to do in the chat. Because I'm an awkward duck. I don't know what to tell you. I wish I wasn't an awkward duck, but I am an awkward duck.
But you're our awkward duck, and we love you.
I try.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So this is session 3. For if you guys are just tuning in, it's our Dead Like Me inspired campaign. All of our wonderful players are Reapers, and yeah, someone's gonna do a recap for you from what we did last time. I don't know who. They're gonna decide.
This one time at band camp,
At
we went on a
camp.
reaping, and
That is awesome.
we all got in a wagon, and that wagon went over the cliff.
And Kelly
Yep.
got stabbed. And Julius
Yes, Kelly was
jumped
impaled.
off the cliff. Correct?
I was pushed.
Right. Push.
On purpose.
And then when we left our Reapers, you guys were all kind of just exploring in the library. I believe Rio had gone to a room. I think Duru had also gone to her room. Callie was exploring the books. What did Julius do?
I looked for a journal.
Right.
Connected to the thing that killed me. I think that was about it, pretty much.
Okay. You were looking for a journal. So you guys were kind of milling about. It's probably, I'd say, mid-afternoon. If you were, there's no even if you tried to look, there's no way to kind of tell time here. Like, there's no clocks, there's no timekeeping devices, there's not a sundial anywhere. And if you kind of look out the window, you seem to exist in a weird space where there's not really a sunrise or a sunset, but you kind of feel the passing of time. So it feels like probably mid-afternoon from when you woke up. And this is right after your reaps, your first reaps, mind you. And you're kind of getting the feel for it, what you can and can't do. The reaping part is fairly easy. You just go up, touch the person, and kind of go about your business until they die and then come back. But the most interesting thing from your reaps is that people got hurt. Kelly didn't heal from her impalement, and that was pretty shocking, especially to your trainer. And as you guys are kind of walking around the library, milling about, can Callie and Julius make a constitution save for me, please?
Yes.
It was a 12.
I got new light up dice. Sorry. ADD moment.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh,
Pretty.
look at the light up dice.
I've always wanted a set of those.
Admire them before you roll them, so they roll good.
6, 7. That's a 7. I have a +1 mod. They did not roll well. Apparently, I did not admire them enough.
Okay, so that's not the right dice. Let me make sure I roll the correct thing here. That is the dice I'm looking for. Julius, you are gonna take suddenly as you're walking around. Every muscle in your body gets sore. Your head starts to throb. Everything starts to hurt. Like you worked out every part of your body, just like even down to just the tiniest little muscle. And you're going to take 15 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
So I assume falling damage would be considered bludgeoning because when you hit the ground.
Yeah.
So, that
So
is the
bludgeoning damage.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Got it.
And it'll hit you
Oofda.
very suddenly, like out of nowhere. You 1 minute you feel fine, this next second you don't.
Ow.
Callie is also going to take 12 points of damage from her piercing. That'll be piercing damage.
All right. I was a little worried you were going to give me 15 points too. And I'm going to be like, oh shit.
Would I be able to tell from what that was?
Make an investigation check. I think it's pretty. I'll give you advantage on it because I think it's pretty obvious.
And that is a natural 20 for
Yeah.
22.
Yeah, you definitely know. This is from when you just hit the ground hard. This is clearly from a very big impact. And you just had one of those, didn't you?
Yeah, about how much time has passed between then and now?
Probably like 20 minutes.
Okay. At this point, I'd probably just go and try and find Callie, because I know that she also got hurt.
Callie, do you make any sound or anything when you get hurt?
Yeah. I think Kelly is poring over some books, trying to untangle. She's got like a list going as she's making some notes. Trying to figure out what's going on, right? Because we found the glitch in the Matrix, and her new reality is acting inconsistent with what she was expecting. So she's kind of sitting there, and all of a sudden it feels like she's being stabbed again, and she doubles over in pain with a big oof. Ow, what the she kind of looks down at her abdomen.
So, Julius, you can make a perception check to see if you hear Callie's exclamation. And you can do it at advantage since you were looking for her too.
17.
Yeah, I think you hear.
Okay. Probably go and find her and see how you feeling, because I now just feel like I fell off a cliff, so I know you got stabbed earlier. You feeling all right?
No, I feel like I got stabbed again. But
You want
she
some
kinda,
help?
like pulls up her stomach. Is there a wound?
Nope. You just
I-
feel like earlier when you felt it, you knew it was there, and you kind of felt like a dull ache, but you didn't feel any damage. You didn't feel the normal feelings. When Julius fell off, he felt nothing. It felt like, for him, a crazy experience because he thought, oh, I just fell off a cliff, nothing happened, right? Other than you hit the ground hard. But now it is like it just hit you like a wave. Kind of how
Yeah,
everything
she
else has been slowly
creeping in.
progressing. Yep.
Yeah, she holds up her shirt and kind of looks down. There's no wound there, but she looks up and nods at Julius. Yeah, if you can juice me, that would be great. And she starts making notes about what's happening.
Let me find a D4.
So as he's healing you and you're feeling now, Julius, you're still pretty hurt yourself. And you're taking care of Callie. Do you show any signs yourself of being injured, or do you just put on a front like, eh?
He probably tries to hide it. I'm gonna hit myself with a second level healing word and heal 14 points. And Callie's gonna get a first level and get 9 points.
Oh yeah.
But you do try to hide it, though, right?
I try to, yeah.
The healing yourself. Callie, I want you to try and make a perception check to see if you see it.
Okay.
Because something else is going to happen.
7.
Okay, so you're not going to see him try to heal himself, but you are going to notice something change slightly with Julius. Now, earlier when Julius had played the music, when he had been himself and very open to the group, kind of unlike him, his usual ways, he started to look more alive, more like you guys, like in his living condition before what happened to him and his death happened. But something happens as Julius tries to hide his injuries, hide from telling you that anything's wrong with him, and that he goes back to the way he was when you first saw him. So he looked more alive, but now he looks back to that more deceased state.
Callie is
You can't really make out like why it happens, but you just notice that slight change.
she is taking her nose, and as Julius hits her with the healing word, she kind of looks up. She's like, "Thanks. Are you okay? You look a little different."
Did I get my hair back?
Now, it did get a little more originally when you had done your song and you had sung for the group, it did thicken. I wouldn't say it came all the way back the way you had it, but it thickened up a little bit. It became a little more lively. But part of the shift that Callie sees is that it goes back to that very thin state. Now, did you ever look in the mirror or anything when you changed?
Probably the first time, yeah. Like when he first went into his room.
Okay. So, at the mention of Callie saying you look different, do you investigate that at all, or do you just let it go for now?
Yeah, I'll probably try and look.
Okay. So when you find a mirror, you do see that. You see that you've lost the color that you had, that your hair did go back to that thin state that it was, and you look more like you did when you first walked in the door than you did even just a minute ago. So
Interesting.
as you're looking at yourself, make an investigation check for me.
$11.
So you don't know why exactly, but you do notice the change. So you notice when you sang and when you were open, you got more lively and more life, more back to the Julius that you were. But when you tried to hide, it went sort of the opposite direction. You don't know what that all entails yet, but there is something there. So as you're looking in your mirror, Callie, I assume, goes back to her notes.
Yeah, she would ask him if he's all right, and without much of a response or him kind of shrugging it off, she would just kind of and go back to making more notes. Try and see if she can understand anything about what's happening in this realm.
Julius is off looking at himself, trying to figure this out. Not to much success, but he's starting to see a pattern. Hallie's taking notes. Rio was up in her room, kind of exploring, seeing if she could find anything. She did find a red bowl in there. She doesn't really understand it. She's starting to get flashes and symbols of a god and feeling that sort of connection. But other than that, what really has Rio been doing? She's just been kind of exploring and hanging out.
Yeah, she would just kind of be trying to absorb it all. Like being a tabula rasa, she's probably struggling trying to connect to something. Like when she's not around everybody else, she's a little bit more distressed about the fact that she can't remember everything.
That makes sense. There's comfort in having people around to anchor you. Can feel sort of like a boat adrift without people around. It can be a little overwhelming. Luckily, as Rio's sitting there and she's getting a little more panicked, she hears a sharp knock at the door.
Who is it?
Oh, hi. It's Raya, your housekeeper. You we have to go. Chance wants everybody to go meet in the library. Callie and Julius
Oh,
are already
okay.
down there. Oh,
Okay. Nope, no problem.
oh,
And
so
she'll
eager.
open the door and flit out.
Oh, do you mind grabbing Doru on the way? I'm gonna go. Callie's clothes had so much. There was blood. I haven't seen that in I don't even know how long.
Blood.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, she got impaled. They said it
Where
healed.
would Doru's room be?
I believe from yours directly across. Hold on, I can look at the map.
Okay.
We have that.
And I'll go across to the room and get it. Doru, you there?
Yes. Are we needed?
We are being summoned, yes.
I'll be right down. Thank you.
Okay. And she'll head downstairs.
As you're
And
heading,
Duder will
as you guys both
follow
heading
her
down,
shortly after.
Raya will sort of push past you, and then Callie, as you're sitting there, you feel something sort of tugging at the bottom of your shirt.
What's
And you
that?
look, and you look down, and you see Raya has kneeled down, and she's looking at your shirt, just staring at it, at the blood from earlier when you got stabbed and were actually bleeding. And she's just looking at it like it's the most insane thing she's ever. I don't even know how to get this out of here. What do you do with this? This is my job. I clean things, and this is a mess I don't know how to clean. Do you any advice? And she's
Oh,
like pulling it
hi.
closer.
Okay. Yep. You're really close to me. This is fine. Everything's fine. Cleaning. Hydrogen peroxide, baking soda for blood. Cold
Okay,
water,
all right,
I think.
Hold on. Cold
Yeah.
water, hydrogen peroxide, baking soda, and then she drops your shirt and like scurries off. And she's just like saying those three things over. Oh, Chance will be here in a minute. Don't anybody leave. Where are the other two? And she turns around. Do you have any blood on you? And she's looking at you, Julius. What do you? You
I will look around. Do I see any blood on me?
no.
No, I seem to be okay.
Oh, thank gosh. And she scurries up the stairs, repeating Callie's list in her head. And as she's like going up, Chance is coming down the stairs. Oh, she saw the blood, didn't she? Yeah, I knew that was going to be a problem. That doesn't happen.
I don't know what was more concerning, the blood or Callie's reaction to her personal space being violated.
Oh, did she get all up in your space? She doesn't. She's only been here a couple years longer than you guys. She's still fairly new, and I think it could be a little overwhelming for her too. She seems just like a generally overwhelmed person at everything.
Yeah, it's fine. I just didn't expect it, and now I know, right? So am I gonna get stabbed every day? Is this like a loop? Are we stuck in a loop? Is that a thing?
I don't. Well, you're not stuck in a loop because we have new names. You guys have to go out on Reap soon. Connie and Connie's coming back. We gotta talk.
We
Okay.
are talking.
Yeah, what he said.
That. Remember, these guys take things literally. Okay, I'll take note of that. Anyway, what happened on that trip? Why did she come back calling you all weird? What? Like, what exactly did we do?
We completed what we were trained to do.
You touched the people. You touched the people. You saw the smoke.
Some of us did it in kind of an odd manner. According to her.
Explain odd manner.
I don't really.
I'm worried that we broke something. I don't know what we broke, but I think we broke something. And
I mean, I broke myself when the wagon went over the hill and then we hit the bottom. Like I thought we couldn't, get injured from that kind of stuff. But then next thing you know, there was a piece of the wagon. It was just sticking out of my stomach, and that really hurt. And that's why there's blood on my shirt and a hole. And I don't know. We just did what we were supposed to do, and then I don't know. We broke it. Did we break it, or did you break it?
wait,
It's
so
broken.
You got, but when you took the piece of wagon out, it healed, right? That's what it healed. It's healed
No.
now.
Right, because
how did you
Julian healed me with the magic that we're not supposed to have. I sorry, I have to tell you about it. I know we're not supposed to talk about it, but we used the magic. Okay,
us between us.
he did it. He did it again this morning, just now.
And you can all do various magical things now. Everybody can do magical shit.
Yep.
Party now.
Mm-hmm.
What does this mean?
Kind of. Mine more comes from the spirits more than magic.
Spirit. Okay. Spirit.
Like dead spirits, not alcohol spirits.
Yes.
Oh, well. Honestly, that's a good clarification. Because also ghosts weird. I haven't seen a ghost since I was alive. I haven't also bled since I was alive and been hurt since I was so that was the weird stuff we did. All of it. Also, did I forget to mention not to do magic in front of her? Was that on me?
No, you mentioned it, and I definitely ignored you. So
In our defense, we're new, so it's hard to remember to do something that you're not supposed to do when you don't really know that you're not supposed to do it because you're still learning the rules. It was a very, very intense situation. I mean, have you ever had to reap a soul from a wagon that's going over a cliff while it's coming straight at your face? I mean, it's not that easy. Okay.
I have, and I would agree it's not easy. It is overwhelming. I get it. You're all new. I understand. We can manage this. We need to keep business as usual. Okay? You guys
I mean,
go out on your reap.
also,
Go ahead.
You have. You've reaped a soul from a wagon going over a cliff. How often does that happen?
More than you'd think. Lots of wagon accidents. We are in the violent deaths department, and that kind of falls under it. Wheels fall off.
Right.
People go off cliffs. People get robbed. It's a whole host. You'll see it all. Worry not.
Oh,
One day,
Is there a problem with us using magic to do our jobs?
I don't
I mean, I don't understand why the distress.
I don't think it's a problem. Here's the thing. I don't know because nobody I can't do that. What? I couldn't do that. As far as I know, no other Reapers have been able to use magic or really any of their skills from their life after their death. You become a Reaper, you get the Reaper thing, and then you just do that for however long. But like
I don't
nobody
know.
else.
For all I know, I didn't have these skills when I was alive. I
No,
mean,
you were definitely fighting a giant monster when we saw you. So I feel like, but that's also another thing is when I got the names, your names, that was different for me. Normally, they're more docile, like Connie, sweet, innocent, super vapid, easy to control. That sounded bad, but like easy to get to do the job and go. But you guys ask questions and do things, and
Did you just insult us? I think he just insulted us.
yeah, I heard it when I said it. I didn't mean it that way. But yeah, it's just you're not. I guess it's a compliment because you're not docile sheep. But like normally reapers are docile sheep types, and you guys aren't. That's strange.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I don't think it should. Obviously, things are changing for a reason. Callie got that note, but I don't know why. That they are. We're learning together, right? It's like when new management takes over, and you just got to learn on the job. But I think we should keep doing the job at least, right? I don't see any problem with you actually using magic on your reaps or having access to it, other than like, I don't really know. Well, there's nothing really
Well-
in this. There's nothing you're going to need to fight, I don't think, but maybe you could use it for reaps. But
I don't know. Two of us got hurt doing this. So maybe
Having
we
some
need
sort
it
of
more than you think.
Yeah.
yeah, this is all new to me too. I'm trying to be helpful, guys. I'm gonna.
I know
try to
you
do my
are.
best
I know
to
you are.
Steer this ship.
I know you are, Chance.
We're gonna do this together. So, business as usual. There are names. There are lists. She's Moira is coming. She's got the list. She's got reaps to do. Also, I don't think Connie is coming alone. There's gonna be another person with her. Their lightkeeper, Connie's lightkeeper, she's I think she's just worried about Connie. So she's gonna send somebody with her. At this point, Connie already knows. I'm sure she's a blabbermouth. She's probably told the whole gang that you guys are weird. So sorry about that stigma in advance. But well, hopefully this person doesn't judge you too harshly. They're
I am
probably
used
gonna
to
be here soon.
We're already dead. They're not gonna kill us twice for being weird.
Well, I
And-
mean, is that a thing? Can we die again?
As far as I know, no Reapers have died twice, but Also,
Well, you don't seem to know a lot, do you, Chance?
Julia starts to snicker,
That laugh
seeing,
was above table, by the way.
seeing her freak out.
Callie, make an insight check. On
Yeah,
Chance After
absolutely.
you yell at him.
Can I insight her to see if she's doing a bit or if she's actually being serious?
15.
Yeah, go ahead. What'd you say, Abel?
15.
He looks genuinely hurt. He looks genuinely hurt. He's like, I am telling you everything I know. I'm trying my best here. But he doesn't say
Also a
anything.
15 on Kelly.
That's up to Callie.
Yeah, Callie's being genuine, right? Like he is telling us, like, it feels like every time we turn around, he's telling us again, well, that's not how it usually works. And so she's starting to question how much he really knows and understands if, everything is like, is that really how it usually works? Or do you just not know?
Go off, bookworm. I'll give her an inspiration too as I say that.
Thank you.
Oh, so you say that out loud?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think as you say that, as you make a joke, you feel yourself go back to that state that you were before, a little bit more alive. Your hair gets a little thicker. You feel a
Yeah.
little less of a breeze on the top of your head. And Callie, like I said, poor Chance does look genuine. He is genuine in his feelings. He is trying to help, but this is new to him. All the information he's giving you is true. Well,
When she notices his reaction, you see her kind of like huff and then her shoulders kind of shrink in a little bit. Sorry, I'm really flustered and this is really confusing. And the last few days have been a lot. I don't mean to take it out on you, Chance. I don't know. Please don't kick me out of the reaping program. And maybe we could just figure this all out.
oh, what?
Is that a thing? Can we get kicked out? Oh God.
No, I
I
can't
hope
kick
not.
you. Yeah, I can't kick you out, Callie. And he like walks over and he like pats you on the shoulder like an awkward dad to his teenage daughter, and he's just like, so it's not you're right. I haven't been very helpful, but this is all new to me too. Because normally how this works, I'll explain it in much simpler terms while we wait for Moira. Basically, you die. You become a reaper. You don't got any magic. You don't got any big extraordinary skills or anything. You just are a reaper now, and you go, you get the card, you do the reap, you don't get hurt, you come back, you wait for the next card, you go do the reap, you come back. But there's nothing else. There's nothing generally. You don't get hurt. You don't fight things. You don't. So the fact that all of this is going on and the fact that it seemingly seeps onto other people the more they hang out around you guys is new. I don't even know. I've been here this whole time. Can I get hurt? I'm not brave enough to actually stab myself to find out, but like,
Do you want to try?
Did you
no,
did you say
can you
we're
hear
rubbing off
yourself
on other
asking?
people?
What?
Did you say it's rubbing off on other people? Can you do
Right, like-
magic now?
I don't know. No, I don't feel any like magic, I wouldn't say, but like magic is sometimes an innate thing. Sometimes you get like a god or stuff like that. I remember that, but like can I get hurt? Also, Julius, did you hear yourself when you said you want to find out? Do you think I want to find
to be
out if
fair,
I can get hurt?
I meant that more as of a curiosity, not a threatening way.
Okay, good. All right, just good clarification there.
Juru, for science.
What do you want me to do?
Just
Stop?
just a little step.
Okay. I'll go up and take one of my daggers and just jab lightly.
Do you try to be sneaky about it, or you just
Yes, I tried to be
Okay,
sneaky about it.
So then I guess that would be what, a stealth attack?
A sneak attack?
Sneak attack?
Sneak attack? Do you want me to do sneak attack? I can do sneak attack.
Yes. Are you trying to hurt him though? Or are you just trying to like cause a little
No.
pokey poke? Or you're just trying? Okay. Then
I mean,
make
I
an
am
attack
trying to
roll.
like.
He's just
I'm
trying to poke him.
hurting.
Yeah, like 1 point of damage. You're just trying to do like a little,
Yeah,
like the diabetes prick on the finger, just a little drop
yeah.
to see.
Since it's 2D. Oh wait, we don't want to do just a dagger. 24.
To hit?
I definitely.
Obviously, you
Pink,
get him.
pink, pink,
She doesn't
pink,
miss.
pink.
Chance is
No.
not paying attention, even when she said, like, when you say Doru for science, he's still talking to Julius, so he doesn't notice Doru poking him, but he immediately goes, ah!
It works.
It works. I haven't.
Chance. Scientific inquiry. We're
Mhm. It's for science. Callie told me it's for science.
I don't think I can
X-nay
break-
on the alley K.
We don't want to leave anything to
It's
chance.
been less than 2 days and they're already plotting against me. I'm so screwed. It's fine. Happy.
listen. We're
to
getting
know-
hurt with you, not at you. So it's it's fine.
So happy to know that I can also now potentially die again. Do you think I can get gray hairs too? Anyway, as he says, do you think I can get gray hairs? Moira
I
is
pull a
gonna
gray
come
hair
down
out of
the-
my head and give it to him.
Moira's gonna come down the stairs. He just deadpans at you. Moira's gonna come down to the stairs to the rather comical scene of Julius handing a gray hair to Chance.
Well, it's more white than gray, but
Well, this is an interesting exchange. But I don't even think I want to know. Names. I have reaping names. Is Connie here with her person? And as she says that, the doors fling open, and Connie, the little fairy from training last time, pops into the room with another reaper. Would be Jester. You want to go ahead and describe who they see?
All right, so you see this 6 foot tall guy. He's got some fur shoulder pauldrons. He's got a white and well, more like a blue and gold cape. Dressed for battle. Do you want me to describe his injuries before death? Like, would he have them?
I'm sorry, my dog is barking and I can't hear anything.
It's blue and white.
Okay.
And
So
gold.
what was your question, Jester?
So would he still have his injuries from dying?
Oren would not have him because he died
Oh,
a little
okay.
bit ago, so he's still how the normal reaping system is.
I mean, he's decked out like a with heavy armor on. He's got a big great sword, which would be called his great sword's eternal damnation. So that's he doesn't smile either. So he's very stoic.
Which is quite the contrast to the little fairy that's flitting around him. He might look mildly annoyed by her. That's kind of up to him. But flitting around him.
See, I'm above table. Your sound on Twitch is lower than everybody else's right now.
Mine or
No, it's me.
And
I had it
not
turned
much.
down because the other day I was too loud. So maybe that I turned it up. So flitting around this new Reaper's head, gentleman you haven't seen before, Connie is flitting around like wildly. going, these guys are really weird. I don't know if you want to come here. They're very strange. They got hurt. I don't know if you want to get hurt again. Do you want to get hurt again?
I heard that.
I didn't ask you. This is an A and B conversation. I'm going to need you to see your way out of it. Was that a good one? She's
I'm gonna
like
cast
leaning into
L
your
shot at her.
ear, Orange.
give
She
it a
goes, is that a
D.
good one?
I'll give it a D.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast
why do
L,
they gotta
L
be
shot at her.
funny? Oh. Make an attack roll.
She's gonna go in a southwest direction, 5 feet.
Oh, you're just
as
gonna
I
push
shoot
her
a-
5 feet?
Yeah, yeah. It's the
She's gonna like whip
one I
back.
cast on her last session.
Orin, you're gonna see her just whip back suddenly. And now you haven't seen magic in you've been dead for probably a couple months now. You haven't seen anyone use magic since you died. So watching her get whipped back is jarring, and then she flits up to you and she leans in your ear and goes, see what I mean by weird? They do weird shit to you. Look, he just pushed me for no reason.
How the fuck did you do that?
With his invisible bow. For only 10 gold, I can sell you one.
I've been here for 2 fucking months and I can't even do any fucking magic. It's fucking driving me mad.
Look, they can do all kinds of nonsense. Look, so this he didn't introduce himself. He's kind of bad at that. But this is Orin. He's here to protect me. That's what Adelaide said.
Protect you from who? From what? Oh, we get hurt.
That one just pushed me.
You're the ones that got hurt.
That one just pushed me with an invisible thingy, and I didn't like it.
In my
She snapped
defense,
her
it's easy to
cloak.
push you because of how tiny you are.
No,
Hey.
he's making fun of my size. And she like
I
goes
can't
and
press-
sits on Orin's shoulder, all sad.
You keep calling us weird.
It's pretty fucking weird.
See?
And
Even
what's this
she's
about being tiny? You have
rude.
a
She's
problem,
fairy
sir?
too.
No?
I would introduce myself to the whole party though. I'd be like, my name's Owen Blackflame. I fucking died by that stupid bitch in Barovia.
Yeah, he calls her that. He don't like her very much.
And her fucking son. Fuck him too. He says under his breath.
I call him. I came up with a really funny nickname for him. He is Strahd von Zara bitch. We don't like him. He's not nice. I never met him, but I hear that.
More like
Would I have
Strahd
heard-
douchebag.
Would I have heard the name Strahd before?
Do a history check. Anybody, if they want to, can do one.
Okay, let's try it.
15.
11.
Dirty 20.
$11.
So, Duru and Julius, you guys see, you guys know the name, Strahd. You know that one. I think, Callie, you might have like heard whisperings of Barovia, but you don't know the full extent of it. Rio, I feel like you should have rolled yours at disadvantage, but I didn't say that. But Rio would probably have a harder time because Rio doesn't remember.
That's fair. Do you want me to roll again?
Yeah, roll for me and let's see. Because if you get the 11, I'll give you something.
I rolled a 13 for the second one, so it's an 11.
So with an 11, I'd say that Rio, it doesn't strike a chord with Rio or anything. It doesn't make her feel like, that's somewhere I've been or anything like that. But definitely, like, as an adventurer in that life, think every adventurer has heard of Strahd and Barovia at some point.
Mhm.
Just kind of through the grapevine. But it doesn't like ring true to Rio. It's not part of her
Mhm.
story at all. It's just something that she's heard in passing. Adelaide sent us. She said you guys have more reaps and I'm supposed to help train you. So, I think we're going to have to go out and about and do some work.
Very well.
I think well, I think we have to stay here for a little bit as much as it bothers me, but you guys last time I hung around with you guys for a little bit, things started to happen. And I want to make sure that I can do magic stuff too if we go anywhere. Chance is just in the back rubbing his temples. Now everybody's going to want fucking magic. Connie, you can't use my Reapers as magic siphons. I think that's exploitative. Right? That feels exploitative, doesn't it, guys? I don't put it to a vote. Just a little bit. Just a little.
I mean, to be fair, you didn't ask to make us Reapers in the first place, so it's kind of par for the course at this point.
Yeah, I didn't ask to be here either, buddy. We're all in the same boat together. Sinking ship. Put your finger in the hole and shut up. Oren, nice to see you. Not surprising that Adelaide sent you here. You just hold on. We'll get the names to you in just a minute. You guys just, and he goes upstairs for a little bit. He's going to find Moira so that he can get your lists. I.e., Sam is leaving you all to roleplay for a minute because I have to send you all your lists. So just please hold.
Mhm.
So this reaping business, what the fuck is this all about?
You know more than them. So you've been reaping for a couple months.
So I've already done a reap.
Right.
Okay.
You've done a couple. You've been on your own reaping for a while. So it's basically you just get a name, show up, swipe their shoulder, or just touch them in some way. Don't be weird about it. That's what Connie always says. Touch them in some way, and then you gather their soul, and then you basically go home. It's a real easy job, real mundane. You absolutely hate it. But what piqued your interest is specifically that these guys got hurt, that these guys were doing magic. So I think that's more what you're curious about.
Gotcha. So retcon that.
Yeah, you've
Ask
been dead
gift of
just a
gab.
little bit longer.
So, Oren, you've been reaping for a while. I just want to make sure. So you don't normally get hurt, and you don't normally have magic. Is that what? Yeah.
No, I just go up and fucking touch the person, they die, and I fucking come back. So fucking stupid. I don't
Okay,
even know
so
why I
Chance
got my
wasn't
sword
lying
here.
to us. Well, that's the other thing. They said that normally we don't get weapons, and then when we came, all of our weapons started appearing in our rooms.
Oh,
Dudu will
Which-
pull out one of her daggers.
Which for
to
you,
show him.
Oren, you have your weapons, but they haven't been there they've only just recently been accessible to you. You haven't had them for a month and a half, I'd say. I'd say in the last couple of weeks, they showed up in your room. And then when you were told to go on guard duty, you were like, I'm taking these with me. But you haven't had access to weapons either.
okay. So my my stuff just appeared in my room one day, and I was like, well, fuck that. I'm gonna take eternal damnation with me. Why not?
Did you say eternal damnation?
Yeah, eternal damnation.
Is that
What is that?
that's a thing you
Like-
carry?
That's my sword. You know, fucking
Oh,
cut, chop, chop.
right. You've got one of those fancy swords with a name.
Well, of course.
Lots of
You
people
don't?
name their swords.
No,
Um,
I just have daggers, and she'll pull out one of her daggers.
Well, technically, I didn't name my sword. It was given to me by my father, and it's a whole deal. Me and my brother got twin swords. He's got eternal salvation. I got eternal damnation. My dad fucking hated me, but that's how it is. That's how
You
it
Yeah, your
swear
brother
like my
said-
captain.
Your brother sounds more fun.
My brother, he's a fucking pansy. He ran a temple, and I went to a Vitring. I don't even know what the fuck happened to him.
Probably safe with a 401k.
What's a 401k?
Yes, Julius. What is this number that you're talking about?
Oh, that's how much gold my mentor had when I passed. Is that not the same for you guys?
Ooh,
I can't
Did not have
imagine that much gold in one place.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure the king had maybe something close, but we never got any of that.
fucking paladin lives by his oath. Not no fucking gold.
DM, did we
so-
have a long rest in between sessions, or are we still the same as we were at?
Nope, you have not.
'Kay.
Still the same
Got
day.
it.
So this oath, is this something like you swear, or does your dad swear to it just like he gave you the sword? Like, how does that work?
He swears an
Yeah.
awful lot, Callie.
This one, she's not wrong. I swear a fucking lot. It's my favorite word, fuck. but no, I swore an oath. I broke an oath. I was an oath breaker, and then I fucking swore another oath, and it was a whole thing.
What'd you break your oath to?
Oh, myself. I happened to oh shit. Well, you see, I had to kill one of my friends because it turned into a werewolf. So I was stuck in this cave, and there was no food in the cave, so I ate my buddy and fed my buddy to my horses, and yeah, I broke my oath. I was sworn to
Did-
protect them, and I failed.
Right. Chance, are you sure that he's coming with us?
Connie flits up to you and she goes, "Yes, he's coming with us. He's my protection. Do you see the big sword?"
Did you hear the part where he ate his last friend?
Well, you know, shit happens. He can't eat us. We're already dead.
You know that.
That you
We're in
know of.
uncharted waters here, Pixie. How do you know?
Oh, well, you know. I don't know.
You look snack-sized, Connie.
Hey, are you gonna eat me, Oren? No, he's been real nice so far. Well, other than being cantankerous and mean all the time, he's fine. He's not gonna eat me. Yeah, he's not gonna eat any of you guys either.
Like how you
Did he
answered
swear
for him.
an oath not to eat you?
I don't know. Hey, will
'Cause
you
apparently
That wouldn't have
Trust
mattered.
those
He's already
either.
broke. That wouldn't have mattered. He's already broken 2 oaths.
No, I wasn't in Balovia long after I ate my buddy, so I'm still full.
I think he's pulling your guys' leg.
I don't know.
He's
shake
just
my
behind
head.
her shaking his head no. She's like, no, he's definitely kidding. He's just the big jokester. That's what Adelaide says anyways. They don't
So
send...
we have to reap things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Rio says, trying to change the subject.
Yeah. Reaping is our job. Oren hates our job.
Ugh.
It's boring. He says
Big
it's
too
boring.
far.
I think it's fun. Don't you think it's fun to watch people? Yeah. It sounds bad to
No,
say
please,
it's fun to watch
please
people
finish
die.
that. Please finish that sentence.
I
Couldn't-
heard it as soon as I said it.
Seems to be a lot of that going around lately.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we have fun here. See, it's the only way you can. And as she says that, Moira and Chance come back down the stairs. Yes. Here are your lists. And she hands you each the slip of paper. And you go out. And Connie doesn't get a slip of paper, but you will get one, Oren. And I sent it to you in chat as well. So you'll all get one, and then Connie will put up. Oh, so this is fun. So this looks like you and you. Okay, so it looks like everybody is gonna pair up because this seems like we don't all need to go. She gets up in Callie's face. Do you think you could do this without me? Did you get the job? Do you need my help anymore?
I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
Also, why are you so close to me?
What?
I fire
And she like
fire
backs up
another
a little bit.
elf shot at her.
It's in your backstory chat.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
fire
you said we're
another
paired up.
elf
Who are we
shot at
paired
her.
with?
Oh well, look at your slips. I don't know. And she like starts pulling it. She goes up to you, Rio, and she like looks at your slip. What does yours say? Okay, it says a red dragonborn woman that has too much to drink. Well, let's see. Who are you with? Who are you with?
Can you pronounce
Ah.
this name? Because I can't.
Just make it up. I don't. I use a fantasy name generator, Fluffy.
Put it in chat. Let's see if I can do it.
I can approximate it. I'm just giving her grief.
I just butcher that shit and hope for the best.
All right. So which one of you has this Archaeogix?
No, that's the one you have, Rio.
Yes, but you said we were pairing up.
Right. But look, you have the drunk dragonborn. Does anybody else have a drunk person? Or somebody who
I don't know,
might
you
be
sound drunk.
involved? Oh my gosh, you're so See, Oren, they're so mean. Anyway. And she like starts
have
flitting
fair
around.
She started it.
And I'm the lovable one of the group now.
I fire another
least to
elf shot at
Connie.
her.
Firing another elf shot.
Yeah, so she goes in a different direction. 5
Ah.
feet.
She like goes flitting past you, Doru, because she was trying to get to you to look at your slip.
Oh,
Oh.
I have someone that's been killed by a horse. I
Oh,
think.
that says wagon and run. Oh, that you guys are together. See how that works? One is drunk, one gets hit by a wagon. That sounds like a string of events to me.
What, like drunk driving?
Yeah.
About how many deaths happen
Drunk
every
wagging.
second, so it's very possible they're two different people.
Yes, they're two different people. Yeah, no, they're different names. The different names, but there's the same situation. That's what I mean by pairing up. People die more
Oh.
than one. Mass casualty events happen all the time. You just need more than one body for that.
Unfortunately.
So
Rio looks even more confused than ever, and that's saying something. But she flits over to Doru and says, "Okay."
So
We got this.
So basically, your guys' deaths happen because of each other, Rio. Her person dies because your person is drinking.
I think I'm good.
You'll be fine. Doru, you you guys don't need me, right? You guys can you guys do this alone? Go
Oh,
up,
trust me, we don't need you.
go up, touch him. Don't be weird about it. And then come home. Just
So fucking boring.
so boring.
Okay.
All right. And then oh, okay. So it looks like Callie let's see. Callie, yours just says an old halfling sorcerer with a bad leg.
I think I
Hey,
can handle
you.
that.
You, the odd looking one. Why is your hair gray like that?
Because it shows undistinguished, obviously.
Oh, like a distinguished gentleman. She like straightens her dress. What does yours say?
Mine says Remy Wanderfoot, the student.
Sorcerer with a bad attitude and a student. Sounds like you two are a pair to me.
Okay.
You're gonna. You seem a little too excited about that, Oren. Can I just go with you on our reap? And she just goes and sits on your shoulder. Me and Oren are gonna go out, and we'll meet you guys back here. Okay? Everybody.
You're going out? Where are you going?
We're gonna go to his reap. He's got a job to do too, you know.
It was a joke. Never mind.
A very fucking boring job.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Orm gets the babysitter.
She goes and she lands on your shoulder. Well, just because you said that, now I'm going with you, and he can go alone.
Okay.
Fine by me.
Do you
I
know?
still got spell slots left. Let's go.
Do you know? Do you know how to do it, or do you need me to teach you?
She taught me how to do it.
No, I was talking to Julius. I was trying to talk smack like you taught me, Oren.
It sounded more central than smack talk, so.
Oh my goodness. I don't even like you like that. Not my type.
Well, we have eternity for that to change, so.
So, in order to get to your reaps, you read the name on your slip, and then you go ahead, and it will take you to wherever you're going when you think about the intention of going to your reap. So, in order to do this, I'm going to split us and everyone go off into their respective reaps, and we'll do the role play with those, and I'll bounce to each group, and then you're all going to come back together at the library, which is your crossroads. So as you're getting ready to leave, though, Oren, go ahead and roll for me an insight check on yourself.
Three.
Seems like a pretty good guy.
You got a 3. All right, so you don't notice it yet. All right, so I think we'll start with. Hold on, I'll flip. I'll roll for it because it's more fun that way. Okay, so we'll start with Rio and Duru and their reap. So they're going to go off. Now, you don't have to be weird about it when you go out on joint reaps. You just both read your name in your slip and you'll go to wherever. Honestly, you really don't have to play the game where you like figure out which reap goes with which, because really you could just
Mhm.
say, "Hey, I want to go to my reap." And you'll both just show up in the same spot together, if that makes sense. Yeah, anyways, you go.
Sounds good.
Have fun, kids. Be safe. Don't get stabbed by any wagon shards like Callie did.
Hey.
Try our best.
It wasn't intentional. She's
Stuck
sitting
against
by Julius, but she's trying to secretly braid some of his white hair to where he doesn't see. She's like flitting just above his head, trying to be like real sneaky about braiding his little white hairs.
Do I notice? Do I notice her doing that?
I'll have her roll a stealth roll, and you can roll a perception check.
I think my most rolled this session's a 13, so that is a 17 total.
You do feel a very, very slight something happening with your hair, but you're not exactly sure. And as you are doing that, we'll go to Rio and Duru. As you guys grab your slips and think about your reaps, you guys are going to give me just a minute to split on my screens here. Okay, so everybody's gonna disappear. Not you two, though. Please hold. Da, 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 da. All right, so you guys find yourselves together in, move you right here, in this bustling marketplace. It's not one that I think either of you would really recognize. It's kind of just a nondescript town somewhere in Faerun, and it's getting to be night. It's getting to be the thick of the night. It's getting to be that time of day when people are really getting into their drinks and
Mhm.
hanging out, and the taverns are starting to get full, and the marketplace is starting to get full with people buying their after work and day wares. And you guys are standing there, and you don't really, well, honestly, there isn't like a string or anything. How do you guys figure out who you're supposed to read? What do you think to do?
I'm looking for a red dragonborn. Because I think they stand out a little bit.
All right. So Rio has a little bit of a red dragonborn.
Joke's on you, you're in Draconia.
No, honestly, I don't think a single one of the people around is actually dragonborn, but let me pull up characters. She's going to be, oh, she didn't come up super tiny. I believe this. Okay. All right, so Rio starts looking for a red dragonborn. Go ahead and make an investigation roll for me, Rio. Not Callie. Doru, what do you do to try and find your person? Yours is a little bit harder because it's a little less descriptive.
Yeah, it is. I am just kind of going to meander around, keeping an eye out for a stray horse coming
you're
at
looking-
people.
Mm-hmm. So you're kind of more looking for the setup. So you see. Also, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. Doru is looking more for the setup of a possible accident about to happen, and Rio is looking for her person. 6? Is that what that was?
16.
16. What'd you get, Rio?
6.
Rio rolled a 21.
21. Okay. So, Rio, as you're flitting around looking, you do notice a red dragonborn sitting on a wagon preparing, or well, she's not sitting on it yet. She's preparing the horses. She's like hooking them up, tightening the straps on the horses a little bit, getting them ready for her to get off. You can tell that she's a little tipsy as she's doing it, but it's something she's probably done 1,000 times half drunk, and she just muscle memory. She's getting the horses ready, and she's gonna climb up in the wagon in a minute.
Duro, I think we need to time this. Because if the two deaths are related to one another, if I touch her too soon, it may affect the other. So I'm going to keep a close eye on on my person
Yeah,
and
maybe
see
you should.
and see where direction that she starts heading off to
Yeah, maybe
to
we
try
should.
and find where the other person, where Duru's person might end up.
Yeah, maybe we should like stay relatively close together while we kind of just meander around trying to look for my person as well.
Mm-hmm.
Rio, perch yourself on your shoulder.
So Rio, you're watching your Dragonborn pretty closely. Duru, are you watching the Dragonborn, or are you kind of looking around more outside the area?
I'm kind of keeping an eye because I noticed that she is inebriated. And from hearing about Rio's, I can't think of a better word, but marked. I would kind of keep an eye, like not like focus on her, but like keep an eye as well,
Okay.
just to kind of, especially on the horses and stuff.
So Rio, as you're watching your Dragonborn get ready, she's tightening the straps on the horses and everything, and she's doing the standard muscle memory of double checking each strap and everything as she's getting in. You're watching very closely because you want to see what's going on. So I need you to make a perception check for me. Duru, I also want you to make a perception check, but make it at disadvantage because you're looking more around. You're keeping an eye on that space, but you're not keeping as close of an eye.
15.
So Duru doesn't see it, but for the first time, Rio's never seen one of these before, and there's no creature in Faerun that looks like this. I'll make it a little bit bigger so you can see what he looks like. There's no creature in Faerun that looks like this. This isn't something that you'd recognize. You can't do any sort of check to figure it out because you have no reference for it. He sort of looks kind of like maybe it could be a demon, maybe it could be a dog, maybe it could be some sort of blighted creature. You're not exactly sure. But he is completely unnoticed by any of the living creatures around. You notice that none of the people react to him or anything like that. But he is currently flitting around the wagon. He's kind of weaving his way through the wheels, heading up towards the horses. Do you do anything when you see this little creature?
I'm going to flit off Duru's shoulders and try and get a closer look.
Okay. You can go ahead and you're gonna go over and approach it. So as you fly up, okay, you're gonna notice that he doesn't seem to notice that you're coming up yet because he's very focused on something else. He's focused on messing with the straps that red dragonborn has worked so hard on tightening. So she goes to tighten one and he flits up and like, you know how they have those belly straps on horses? There's one that goes across their belly. He messes with that one. He loosens it up just a little bit and he like his sharp claws kind of fray the edge of it a little bit. Do you do anything or do you just let him work?
I clock what he's doing but I'm going to let him work because our job isn't to save their life. Our job is to reap them.
So he's working, and you see, like I said,
Mhm.
his claws. Every time he grabs it, it like messes with the straps a little bit.
But Chance is definitely going to hear about this thing when we
So you-
when we talk
yeah.
to him.
So you see him working, and as
Mhm.
he climbs up, now he climbs up onto the back of the horses, and the horses don't react like they notice him. It's
Mhm.
there's no weight or anything on their back, but they don't notice him, and they flip. He gets onto the back of the horses, and he's still messing with the straps. And as he's messing with the straps, he stops, almost like he feels eyes on him, and he looks up at you, and he just catches your eye, and he smiles in possibly like the weirdest uncanny valley, slightly too big with really sharp teeth smile, and winks at
Mhm.
you, and then flits off. He just hops off the back of the horse and runs off. And he takes off in this direction. You don't see which way he disappears off to, but he basically goes off into one of those little stalls. And he's gone. And you
Okay.
see the red dragonborn climb up onto the horse. And you know that the straps on those horses are severely compromised at this point. Even though she did all that work where she went back and made sure the straps were tight, now at this point, most of them are loosened. Some of them have frayed parts on them. And so you can kind of tell. Well, go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Not that time.
So you
Not
don't.
one.
You can't suss out. You can't suss out exactly what that creature, what they were doing, but you get the sense very much so, no matter what, that it was nefarious. And so she climbs up on the wagon, settles herself down, grabs the rein, and goes to off on her wagon. She's heading. I'll pull out my pointer because that wagon doesn't move, but she's heading this direction, kind of going out into the road. And as she does that, Duru, I want you to make a perception check for me.
Nine.
I'd like to do something.
Go ahead.
Is this? Let me do. Is it heading straight towards this guy
It's
that I just circled?
yeah, it's going around him. Yep, for sure.
Okay, I'm trying to clock who the target is.
So in that case, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Doru, I want you to make an insight check on yourself.
25.
You
15.
15, you said? Okay, so that's all right. So Rio, you are trying to suss out maybe this is the person, maybe this is the person, and while you're doing that, you're doing like math in your head. It's like that meme where you're doing the just math lady and it's just formulas and Rio's trying to figure it out. And while you're doing that, I think you kind of are still like flitting over by Doru. And I think you just trying to suss it out gives her a little bit of inspiration and she feels something versus just trying to look. She feels a slight tug. Not from her string, not as if someone was pulling on that thread that you know that if you pull will take you home, but a feeling that she needs to go this direction. She's looking for someone over here. Do you follow the feeling, Duru, or you let it go? And Rio, I think too, you start to get that same feeling that you need to go towards that red dragonborn. It's almost an instinctual thing, like a go this direction. And so, As she's coming around here. She's in this area. She goes to hit the reins to make the horse go faster, and when she does, the horse rears up suddenly, and one of the straps snaps from just the weight. And Rio would know from that creature that she didn't recognize messing with it. The strap breaks finally. The horses start going crazy because they're kind of getting knotted up. They weren't properly trained, so they get a little frazzled. They start kicking, and they go off wildly. And one of the horses takes off Doru towards the direction you're standing. And you see a dwarven merchant standing there with her back turned. And you get the feeling like, oh, this is it.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, Rio, the wagon, having been attached to the horses, has gone up wildly and then slammed back down and caused the Dragonborn in her drunken state to fall face first. And she smashes her face on the carriage part, like on the part of the wagon that connects to the horses. And she immediately falls to the ground unconscious.
And I'm going to fly over and boop the snoot.
Okay. And you see that black
that's
smoke.
Rio's thing.
You're gonna see that when you boop it, your fingertips, you're gonna see that little black smoke just come out. You won't feel it or anything, but you'll see it. And Doru, that horse, is barreling towards that merchant. She still hasn't seen it. And now I think just your instinct, because of who you are and your past, your brain is like, oh, you're not gonna have enough time to turn around.
So Doru will like 2 seconds before the horse comes barreling at this merchant, she will just place a gentle hand on the merchant's shoulder.
No, the merchant doesn't react. It's like the merchant doesn't even know you touched her. But a few seconds after you touch her, it's like as you take your hand away and you see the black smoke, the horse doesn't pass through you, but just barely misses you and goes barreling and topples over her, topples into the cart thing, causes a big ruckus. And in the chaos, she gets stepped on, neck broken, lights out. That's it. And then you guys are left standing in the chaos of this marketplace that has gone absolutely haywire now that this has happened. Because it didn't just kill these two people, but it did destroy the marketplace as well. And you're just standing there. No one really notices you.
I think I know I've at least reaped my soul. Have you completed yours?
Oh yeah. She's quite reaped, I believe.
Sad that it had to happen this way.
Well, you don't know the half of it. I'll explain when we get back.
All right. Come on, well.
Is there anything further we need to do while we're here?
Nope. You guys just
Okay.
see, you're just kind of, like I said, kind of left standing there. No one really in the marketplace notices you. Even if, I think even if you saw someone see you in the crowd, it's as if, the moment they turned away or they took their eyes off you, you completely vanished from their memory. So it's like you weren't even here. And then you guys think of the library, which is in a weird sort of new way your home, and you disappear, almost like you were never there. And as we fade off that, before I tell you what happens next, we're going to go to our next reap, which is going to be Oren. Now, Oren's been doing this for a minute. He knows what to do. He's like, ugh, Just another day at the office. And so, give me just a minute to change the map. I don't know how to get rid of the drawing. If one of y'all does.
I got you.
All right, which one did I get? Give me just one moment. Make sure I pull up the correct map. Now, Oren's been doing this for a couple of months. It's just another day, another reap, boring as usual. Now, since no one else is here, I can give Oren this information. None of you would know this, but Oren has seen those little creatures that Rio's seen before, and he knows what they are. They're called gravelings. They are essentially the tiny little beings that in our world create the chain of events that causes death ultimately. So they're menaces, but they don't really bother you too much. Just another thing to deal with. Sorry, I'm going to get everybody in just a second. And so
You're
as you go in to this new reap, another name, you can make yourself bigger or smaller if you'd like. I aim for 10 or 12. But you go into this, you're in a tavern. You got a beautiful assassin was hired to take a man out to do her job as usual, but apparently today she's not going to get out of this reap alive or out of this assassination alive. And you know, like I said, you've been doing this for a couple months. You know to follow that feeling. You know kind of who you're looking for automatically. You just kind of instinctually you've been doing it long enough, right? So you go in and you know almost instantly that this is the woman that you're looking for. And you just kind of, get there and see her. Do you go up and just touch her immediately, or do you wait until the actual death happens?
I'm just gonna sit over here and just kind of watch. I'm gonna watch the target, and then I'm gonna watch this little thing up here too.
So you have experienced these guys before, so you know usually that they're here. They don't bother you normally. They just cause some sort of chaos, and then they'll run off to cause chaos in another place. And so they're over there, you're watching them, and they're sitting at the bar, drinking, seemingly shooting the shit. You don't really understand their culture. They seem to hang out and like each other. It's really strange. But then they start to get into like a fight. They're They're over there. Oh, now they're on the bar and they're fighting back and forth, pulling a tankard between them, the alcohol splashing all over the place. And they're just going at it, absolutely going at it. And you look back over at the assassin, and she's getting ready to do the deed. She's got the knife is ready in her, and she's got like a robotic hand because she's an artificer. So she's got a little robotic hand, and she's got the knife ready, and she's going in. These two gravelings are fighting, and the one takes the other, grabs him, and shoves him and pushes him and like throws him across the bar. Right. And he gets knocked over onto this table, and it causes a bunch of stuff on the table to jerk. And it does it oddly in like the real world as well. So the people sitting at the table, suddenly the table just flops off over to the side. And you see as this woman goes in to like discreetly stab this man and go out, a fork flies across the table, across the room, and gets in the way and seemingly causes her to miss, like go off to the side because it just startles her. She gets like stabbed by a fork. She's like, what the fuck is happening? She gets hit by a fork. Her knife goes off. The guy sees it and is immediately like, oh, hell no. Pulls out a dagger and stabs her in the neck. And then she's on the ground dying. The bar is obviously going a little bit nuts because, I mean, what the hell just happened? And there's just now a dead, dying lady on the ground. So she's dying, in the process of dying. Do you go over and reap her now?
Yeah, I'll just be like, stand up and just like walk over there, and I'll just be like, and just touch her.
Do you flip off the graveling, the little creature on the table? Is that who you flipped off?
Oh yeah, after I do the reaping, I'm just gonna like do that and walk out.
So as you're
back.
walking out, as you go to walk towards the door and go back to the library to meet the other reapers, you go to turn around, and for something happens, and this has never happened before. The gravelings have never bothered you. They've never pestered you. But all of a sudden you feel one of the wooden tankers that was sitting on the table where that graveling just fell, the one that you flipped off, it just comes flying across the room and just hits you in the back of the head.
I just turn around and I'm like, you motherfucker.
And when you turn around, that graveling is doing the same thing. He's flipping you off.
Can I roll initiative yet? Fuck these guys. Fuck these motherfuckers.
Yeah, if you want to, you can roll. You can try and walk up and attack him if you want.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
So, which one do you go for, the one that threw the tankard at you?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you walk up to him, as you're going up to him, he does that thing like, oh, big man, and he starts to like, you ready to rumble type thing.
Okay.
Do you go up and try to like swing on him immediately, or do you try to hit him with your sword, or what do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna go up and swing on him with my great sword.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
That's a 19.
When you go to swing your sword, it goes down. As soon as it goes to hit him, it's like he goes into like a weird misty liquid type thing. And your greatsword goes right through him and lands in the table. And he just looks at you and grabs just the dullest butter knife off the table and goes to stab you with it in the arm. And does a 19 hit you?
Yeah.
So, for the first time in the couple of months since Oren's been here, when you get hit with the butter knife, you feel it. And it goes into your arm. It only causes 2 points of damage. And he just takes it and stabs you with it. And then he flips you the double birds and he disappears.
Oh, you
And you just
motherfucker.
have a butter knife sticking out of you. And the other one from across the room is just howling. He's like doubled over in laughter. Like this is the funniest shit he's ever seen.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at that one, laughing.
All right.
You want some too, you bitch?
You don't even have to roll an attack. When the javelin leaves your hand and goes to throw him, he just still laughing, just disappears into that same like mist smoke. But they don't normally bother you. They don't normally interact with you, and you've flipped them off plenty of times. Like you flipped off everyone you've interacted with, and yet for the first time, it's like they seen you, and when they saw you, they were like, "Oh, well, I'll fuck with you too." And you still have a butter knife sticking out of your arm, which hurts. That's new.
Just pull it out and throw it.
And now you'd notice that it doesn't heal. like it normally does. Normally, you've been shrapnel and things like that. Things have hit you, but it's never bothered you. But when you pull it out, it's still bleeding. And as Oren goes back to the library for the first time in months, how does he feel about experiencing pain again?
He feels alive for the first time in 2 months, because I think Orn would have him getting hurt or something is like the thrill for him. So he wouldn't he was mad about it, but he actually liked feeling the pain.
More mildly annoyed because those things didn't really do that much damage, but they are just pests. They're just pests.
Yeah.
And so as you
he's
go back,
he's annoyed.
yeah. So you head back to the library, and we're gonna go on a quick 10-minute break before we do our last set of reaps, and then we'll get to what happens after. Does that sound good to you guys? Because
Groovy.
Yep.
Let
Let me get some
me
water.
switch to our other scene and mute us on Twitch. We'll be back, people.
my God, Sam, we're so excited to get back to it.
Oh, thanks,
Insight
Abel.
check.
I appreciate it. No, just let me have this. Shh,
6 won't do it.
it's fine. I'll just remember that when I write the AC for the monsters you guys are gonna fight. It's totally fine. Anyways, so as we fade out from Orin being mildly inconvenienced by a butter knife, we're going to zoom in on our last two Reapers who have found themselves in the courtyard of what might be a school, what might be a castle. Can't really tell. It's just a tight little courtyard. In the courtyard are just two people, two halflings, an older one and a younger student in the courtyard. It seems like he's teaching her. He doesn't seem very nice about it. He's kind of yelling just across the courtyard. And as you guys show up in the courtyard, they don't notice you. You're just standing here, but might as well be ghosts. There's no recognition or care that you're there. And they're just going back and forth. And you guys are just standing there.
So we're in the violent deaths department, is that right? So this is gonna go south here, right?
Probably. I look at my notes for the student, so I'm looking at the one who's the most stressed out about tuition, so probably that one. Is there anyone else in the courtyard or anything else, or is it just us?
Nope, it's just you two and the two people. He's yelling across to her. They're trying to do. He's doing like very fine movements with his fingers. And he's like trying to show her how to do it as well. He's kind of yelling like, "Oh, that's how you do it. Fix your fingers. This and that." But yeah,
How
it's just
stressed out
them.
does she seem right now?
Oh, her, she's stressed to the max. She's like she can't get her fingers right, and he's yelling at her, and she just she's doing it. It's supposed to work. Why can't she get it to work? And she's trying to get. But yeah, she looks super stressed.
Well, he's not very nice, is he?
No, I kind of want to do something about that.
What do we do? I mean, we have to take his soul out, right?
I mean, yeah, he's supposed to die at some point, I guess. I'm gonna try something weird. I'm gonna hold up my hand in like a thumb and finger point scenario and kind of point it like in his direction, not like aiming it directly at him, just in his direction. And I'm gonna cast finger guns at him.
Okay. What does that do?
So basically, it makes my thumb and forefinger into a gun. It's a new spell from Valda's.
Aldous.
Yeah. So it works as like a dex attack. So let me roll for it. So I'm not necessarily aiming to hit him, just trying to like let it go by him to see like if anything happens, like if he notices anything. So I guess if you want me to just roll for like hitting the wall behind him or something.
Sure. Yeah, roll
Alright.
to see if you botch it, you will hit him. Let's just say that.
Okay. Got it. All right. I don't. That is a 19 total.
Okay, then yeah, it'll go just past him, and as it passes him, he does notice it, but it's very like nonchalant, almost like he notices it and he's like, and just goes back to what he was doing.
All right. And it does hit the wall, so that does 4 force damage to the wall if that ends up doing anything.
I think it'll cause a sound, that will startle him a little bit, and he'll stop, and his hands will break pattern. And you'll see the student when his hand breaks pattern, and hers is still right, and she just smiles just a little bit, just the tiniest bit, so he can't see. But then he goes right back to what he was doing. Both of you go ahead and make perception checks for me as you're watching this scene.
That's a nat 1 for a total of 3.
Oh, okay.
I am rolling 13s and 14s this entire session. That is perception. That is a 18 total.
Okay. So you catch. Callie doesn't see it, but Julius, you catch first out of the corner of your eye, but then when you just actually look, when you see the movement, two little things that you've never seen before. Like you said, you have no frame of reference for what they are, what they could be. Even if you tried to make a check, you wouldn't be able to figure anything out. And they're just up on the roof looking down. They're sitting on the very edge with their feet hanging down, mimicking kind of what they're doing, but they only have like 3 fingers and a thumb, so it's not making any sense for them. And you can clearly tell that they're sort of making fun of what's going on in the courtyard. And as they're playing with their fingers, the one nudges his buddy next to him after seeing you. You can tell that they saw you guys. They very clearly see you. And they see you down there. And he watched you mess with that one guy when you hit the wall. And he nudges his companion. And then they both start scurrying down. And they climb. And they just jump and land perfectly down here. And they look at you. And Callie, when they land on the ground, then you would see them too. And they're just looking at you, and they just start scurrying towards the old man on the other side of the courtyard.
Yeah. For a second, Kelly is locked in a flashback of her time in the Temple of Kelemvor when some of the priests would be mean to her when she was in her initial training, and they were just screaming in her face, and like tears are running down her eyes. And so she's having a flashback as she watches like this sorcerer kind of teach her apprentice, um, to walk through some of these movements. And it takes her a second to snap out of it. But as she sees the Gravelings, she looks over to Julius, and they look kind of similar.
The 2 Gravelings?
Yeah, and Julius with his weird affliction thing going on.
A little bit.
That was my first thought too.
minus
Did they look?
Minus the like spikes and stuff. They're more spiky and sharp than he is, but yeah, kind of like the same skin tone, a little bit different, but yeah, kind of.
What are those? Have you seen those before?
No, they look like the evolved version of me for some reason.
Are you turning into one of them?
I mean, I don't know. All this is a little unprecedented. Do they seem to be doing anything to the guy at the moment?
Oh, yeah. As soon as they get up to him, you see one start to unlace his left shoelace, and the other one starts to unlace his right shoelace. And they're just untying his shoes. And then you see them work together to tie his shoes together. So his shoelaces are now tied together. And he doesn't notice any of this the whole time they're doing it. And they're just laughing. And as they're doing it, they're like pushing each other back and forth and just having a grand old time.
Noticing how the guy was being kind of a dick, I don't say anything because I do think that's kind of funny. But if they try to do anything to the girl, I'll probably like try to intervene at some point.
Doesn't
I'd
seem
probably
like they're
just
interested in her. No,
I probably just
they're-
slowly start to make my way towards her.
Yeah, they're just messing with him. So they've tied his shoelaces together, and then one goes and starts to like dig out a little ditch in front of where he's walking, just a slight dent in the ground, so that if maybe he tried to take a step forward, he would trip. And they're not paying any
I
attention
think.
to you, but they're just working.
Well, I look at Callie and just be like, I think we might find out what happens to your person there. It looks like.
Oh, yeah. He looks like he's gonna hit the pavement. I should go pop his soul out, right?
I pull out my harp and start doing like a jaunty little tune. Yeah, probably.
As you're doing that, they scurry off. They seem satisfied. They both like fist bump each other and then scurry off on the roof. And then they're up here. The one is sitting up on this ledge. The other is sitting down here. From somewhere, one like puts his hand behind his back and pulls out just a big old bottle of wine. And he just starts drinking it and he's like passing it to his buddy on the other edge, and they're just watching in the courtyard. And so as Callie goes up to this gentleman, he's still working on his fingers, and the student asks him a question. She says something like, "Oh, can you come help me place my fingers in the right spot?" And then he goes to take a step forward. And yes, exactly what you imagine happens. He gets caught up on both his shoelaces and the ditch. He goes flying, his hands go out, and somehow he moves in just the right way to launch a spell out. He's going to accidentally cast a fireball out into the courtyard, which is going to catch you, it's going to catch Julius, and it's going to catch the young student. And it's going to catch him as well. And so
Well done.
everybody in the courtyard needs to make a dex save because he just launched a fireball directly into the courtyard. He's pretty powerful.
Um,
Is a 15.
All right, you are good, Julius.
All right.
Meets it, beats it. You got to beat a 15. Come on, Callie.
uh, this is scary.
Remember, you do have a D6 inspiration.
Yeah, we might need to use that. I'm looking at a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Very
Yeah,
good.
you might.
Well,
Yeah,
I still take half damage, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay. Do I have time? Could I have put mage armor on myself or before the fireball hits?
Yeah. You can tell. You
Cool.
kind of knew that something was going to happen. So I think you would have been like a little bit braced for whatever shenaniganry was about to go down. So I'll allow it.
Okay. Cool. So that raises damage. And then what did we say it was?
15.
Oh, good. We got a 19
Good.
Hey.
All right.
plus 0. So we're good.
Okay. So you guys will only take 12 points. That is halved. So you'll take 12 points of damage. And as the smoke settles, the fireball clears, the courtyard is in absolute destruction, and both of them are laying on the ground, seemingly dead. And the gravelings are just up cheering. They're like on the side of the roof, like, "Roar!" Like they just had the greatest show ever. They're pumped.
I like pat out my shirt that's a little on tinders and or a little singe and just look at him and say, "Hey, what the hell, man? You could have gotten us killed, and I will finger gun one of them as well." So that is a That is a 15 to hit. One of them with finger guns.
So it hits the roof behind him. It doesn't hit him. You see where it would go through, since I imagine it's not an actual like physical bullet, but it's like a
No, it's like an
manifestation of one.
invisible thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where it would hit, you didn't miss the mass, but it almost turns like a liquidy mist, black mist, and it just goes and then it hits the roof behind it and causes a couple of the tiles behind him. But you see his demeanor go from one of like jovial happiness to like, oh, now we're playing a game. And he gets up and he like flips the bottle and he takes it and he just chucks it at you. You're gonna whip this bottle across the courtyard.
Bring it.
Does a 16
Oh.
hit?
16 does it.
It's not a lot of damage. Hopefully you didn't get too messed up.
No, I still got it. So I'm good.
You just take 4 points of damage and they start laughing as it smacks you.
Oh,
Actually, yeah,
Julius,
yeah.
I don't. Oh.
You said it was 6 points?
By the way, neither one of you guys. Roll a perception check.
Perception.
13.
$16.
Julius, you have, and well, I'll let Callie have it too. You guys have the realization that you have yet to reap either of your souls. Neither one of you have touched your person yet. And they are laying on the courtyard dead at the moment.
Yeah, and then I'll probably but rush over at that moment to her. Has she fully like gone, or is she still like in the process of dying? Does it seem like
she's dead.
shit? And the thought of how old is she? Does it seem like, or how old was she?
Probably in her early 20s. This would probably be like a young college student, junior, maybe sophomore, junior.
The thought of still this relatively young person with their whole life ahead of them, snuffed out by what boils down to a practical joke gone wrong, kind of sobers him a bit, and he gets real sad and he probably just slightly starts to cry a bit as he touches her, hoping it'll still work.
When you touch her, you feel something different. Now, when you touch the first person that you reaped, you didn't feel anything. You just saw that black smoke. But there's almost like a heaviness to this soul. Almost like when you touch it, you have to sort of pull it out of her. Go ahead and roll a wisdom save for me.
So 11.
It takes you a minute, probably a few minutes. If Callie weren't focused on her own person, she would see you almost fighting, but like you have a little tug of war with her soul for a minute. And you realize as you're doing this, oh, this isn't good. Like, I might have messed up here. And so it takes you a little while of going kind of back and forth of pulling it out and it kind of getting sucked back in and pulling it out again. Yeah, I heard it when I said it. It takes a few minutes, but you finally get the soul to come out of her body and you see that smoke. but you feel a heaviness to it. It doesn't feel good.
As the
Callie,
smoke
go ahead.
starts to dissipate, I probably just whisper, "I'm sorry."
Callie, you also realized at the same time that Julius did that you did not reap your person. And it sounded like a little bit before that, too, when they were going back and forth. Callie was thinking that same thing.
Yeah, she as the fireball hits, right, she kind of tries to dodge out of the way, and she's using a combination of prestidigitation and mending to repair her clothes and putting out the fire, kind of clean herself up a little bit from all those scorch marks, and then she kind of looks down at his body on the pavement, which was right in front of her. She did move all the way over to him, and she's kind of like, "Oh, oh, oh, Julius, Julius," and then she kind of looks over and sees him trying to pull the soul out, and she grimaces and then reaches down to touch her target.
Go ahead and make a wisdom save.
20, 30.
All right. So it takes you a little bit less time than him, but I think it's maybe because you were a little bit closer that you were able to get there a little bit faster. Or maybe it was because you didn't spend as much time grieving. You know, Julius had that little tear, but you're able to kind of, you still feel it. The moment you touch his body, you feel a sort of wrongness and a heaviness. And you struggle for just a moment, but you feel the soul not wanting to come out. And then it comes out and you see the smoke and you're like, whew, that was close.
Okay, I got it. Did you? Oh. Did you get yours?
Julius is just silently weeping and just absentmindedly plucking his harp for comfort.
Julius? Are you okay?
No, no, I'm not.
She kind
I
of slumps down to the ground next to him.
guess in the end we all die alone, don't we?
I mean, technically they died together.
I look past Callie and look up in this direction. Are the, I guess, gravelings? I don't know what they are, but are the gravelings still there?
They're there and they're looking at you, but they're not smiling. They're not like joking anymore. They're looking at you like kind of smugly, kind of arrogantly, kind of like, we got you too. Because they clearly enjoyed watching you guys struggle with that. They're not. You can make an insight check on them if you want.
Ten.
You get the sense that they enjoyed the chaos. That's all that they were there for. They didn't care about the deaths. They didn't care about even you trying to attack them or the bottles or having a good time. They enjoyed the chaos, watching you struggle, watching them die, having caused all of it. And they just kind of, and then, and they like disappear like kind of smoke, as if they were never there.
Maybe it's just the time, or maybe it's the fact that she's been doing this for longer, but I don't see how this becomes fun. You can't even comfort them. We just touch them and they go away. No reassurance, no nothing. They're just there. I don't. Where's the fun? Necessary, maybe. Not fun.
Well, they always said in the temple that we had to remember. We had to remember the people that lived. That's why I kept the records. Well, maybe that's our job too, is to remember them. Maybe that's what you can do for them.
Do I have any paper or anything to write with on me? I guess would I? In this moment?
I feel like you were a student. I feel like it would track for you to have like maybe a journal, a small book you can write in.
Okay.
Maybe
I
even like
will
for a normal bard, songs, poems, or things like that. But in yours is more of a journal.
the note we received that brought us here, we still have that, right? That doesn't like go away when our reaping's done.
Nope, you still have it.
All right. I'll probably like place the note in the journal, but I'll clock the name just in case it magically disappears as the name, and I'll just write down Remy. I'll just mentally clock the name Remy Wanderfoot.
So you catalog it. And you wouldn't see it, but as you close the book, that name does in fact slowly burn off the page, and it's just an empty parchment in there. But you logged it, so you can remember it for later to write in there. Do you guys stay any longer, or do you head back?
I probably play a little mournful ballad on the harp for a minute or two, and then I wipe my face and stand up to. I guess Callie was kneeling next to me. I guess so. Now we are probably eye level now, and just be like, okay, I'm ready to go.
Yeah, Kelly would wait. Julius just kind of quietly keeping him company until we were ready to go. And then she would copy him standing up and when he seemed like he was ready.
Julius, go ahead and make a con save for me, please.
Natural one.
Don't worry, nothing bad is going to happen to you. But nothing changes. So I think even though you're open and a little more just Julius, it doesn't quite work yet to help you back to your more natural state. But you're heading down the right path. And so as you guys vanish to head to the library, all of you have wrapped up your various reaps. You've met new creatures, and I think everyone's a little eager to get back and either ask questions or maybe find a little peace in the library in the solitude of your rooms. Not exactly sure, but as you all come back from your various destinations, give me 1 second to pull up the map. Now I just have to remember what day of the week it is. Oh, this isn't the right one. For some reason, I have misplaced your guys's. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was like, I misplaced the lobby of the library, but it's right here. Callus and Julia. Oren. Connie is there. You notice she did disappear on your reap. I don't think she wanted to travel with you guys much. So she was just off. Who am I missing? Doru and Rio. Make you a little bit bigger. If you want to, you can always make yourself bigger. I'm not mad about it. I just the way that the but Connie's just sitting at the table. And as you guys land, you see Connie, she's not sitting at the table. I misspoke. She's hiding under the table. She's under the table. She's cowering. And when you land and you look around, the library does not look like this picture. The library has been seemingly destroyed. Shelves are toppled in various places. Books are thrown all around. You can see the little light that Connie gives off, dimly lit under that table. And as you land, she flits off and flies over to Oren. She goes, "Thank God you're here. There are things. There are things up there. You have a sword. You should probably go hit them. There are things."
Are they the fucking gravelings?
No. Those I don't know what the fuck these things are, but they hit Chance. I think you guys go. You guys can hit things, right? They're up there. And she's like pointing towards the stairs that lead up to your guys' rooms. Now, all of the tables are flipped. And like I said, the shelves are destroyed. The place is in an utter state of disarray. Do you guys head directly up the stairs or do you look around before you go?
I'm going to dead ass run up the stairs.
So Oren takes off up the stairs. Do you guys follow?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think Julius hears Orem asking if it was the Gravelings, but I think he hears the reply, so he assumes it's the Gravelings and is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go after those creepy ass things." So he goes too.
So as you guys come up, you know that the next section of this place is your guys' rooms. You come up here. Connie's gonna stay back. Do we have everyone? Okay. So you guys are there. You come up the stairs and everybody go ahead and roll a perception check for me.
Nat 20, 26 total.
Nat 20
Nice.
for I think 24.
Nice. 11 for Duru.
Yeah.
30-20.
30-20.
19.
19. Okay, so everyone except for Doru, and I think even Doru can see kind of a faded outline, but because also up here is in a state of disarray. The bedroom doors are either destroyed or ripped off the handles and on the ground. You can see parts of what was in your room, whether it be your bedding or clothing or things like that, strewn about kind of just everywhere, as if someone just came in here and just decided that everything that was on a shelf or on a table or in a section shouldn't be there anymore. And they're destroyed. And you can see laying in the doorway of one of these back rooms over here is just the foot of what Rio and Julius know to be Moira, as if she's just laying down there. You don't see anything else right now. You don't hear anything else, but you do see her kind of half in and out of that door frame.
I have special sight, I think. Let me check.
As of right now, you guys aren't in initiative, but as Callie's looking, what is everyone else doing?
Rio would, if she sees the foot of that woman, Rio would probably fly over to check on her.
Okay. Do you just fly straight there, or do you fly like checking corners, making sure that nothing pops out on you? How do you do it?
I would be careful.
Okay, so you're very careful. Go ahead, full stealth.
Yeah, a 9.
Okay. You guys all hear the flutter of Rio's panicked flying as she goes.
Mhm.
She's trying to be quiet, but maybe she's wearing a swooshy dress today, and it goes shh as she flies in the wind. But she does manage to get to Moira, and you can move her up there if you'd like.
Okay.
All right, nothing pops out at her or grabs her, anything like that.
Mhm. How hurt does Moira look?
She's currently unconscious.
I'd like to touch her and cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, how much do you heal for?
18.
Okay, so she pops up, and when she pops up, she looks at you and she goes, "Rio, are you safe? Are they gone?"
Is who gone?
There were, I don't know what they were. There were these god awful things, creatures in here. They were trying to grab us. I don't really know what they were doing. Have you found Chance yet?
I have not.
We need to go. We need to find him. And have we Raya also, she's around here somewhere, and Connie was here. Where is everyone?
We saw Connie. Connie's hiding.
Of course. Of course. Have you looked upstairs yet?
Not yet. We just got here.
Okay. And while they're talking, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm going to start going into this room and just checking rooms one by one.
Go ahead and make an investigation for me.
15.
So as you're going room to room, and if you're in a room, you can make an investigation check if you'd like. Jester, you see, like I said, it's as if 24. Okay. Callie, what'd you get?
17.
Okay, so each one of you guys would see this, but as you go in your room, like I said, it's as if somebody came in and decided that everything in this room needs to be moved somewhere else. Like they were just absentmindedly throwing things. You're not sure if they were looking for something. You can't. There's no way to tell because it's just absolutely destroyed. Your beds have slashes in them as if someone was clawing at them. Your pillows are ripped apart. I know I say pillows weird. You can judge me. It's a Midwestern thing. And everything, bookshelves, if you had bookshelves. Callie, your ledger is noticeably gone. It's nowhere to be found.
Callie's a pact to the Tome Warlock. I don't feel like she would ever be without her ledger.
No, this is the ledger that you were gifted that was in your room, not your pact book.
Okay.
This is just the one that you had, but it is gone. You notice, Rio, that nothing seems to be missing in your room, really, but that red bowl is smashed. It's been destroyed.
Okay.
And Julius, all of the journals you were looking at are also gone. But you notice the more you look that they aren't just gone. Someone has taken them and ripped out the pages and kind of thrown them all over the room. just kind of unnecessarily chaotic. But you don't notice anybody here or any bodies, or you don't find Raya or Chance in any of the rooms. You just found Moira. And the longer you guys look, Moira is like, I don't think they're down here. I hope they're okay. Have we looked upstairs yet?
No, ma'am.
At this point, I think the grief of what had happened earlier, along with the anger of what is happening right now, Julius, noticeably, without really like meaning to, slowly starts to like get a little more translucent and starts to float a bit without really realizing it. And I'm gonna use ghostly flesh. So basically, for the next minutes, I have a flying speed of 30 feet. I can hover, and I have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. And then I can move through objects and creatures. So he probably just starts to float, and realizing, just immediately tries to float immediately upstairs.
All right, so Julius is going to head upstairs. Do you say anything to anyone before you go, or do you just disappear off?
No, I think most of this is just happening without really realizing it. So he's just going off instinct and just going.
Okay. So he's going up. So that's what Julius is doing. What is everyone else doing? Moira is looking at the stairs. I don't know if I can go up there. I'm self-admittedly not a fighter, but you all seem to have weaponry. Do you think... I don't know what those things were. I can't tell you. I have no idea. I've been dead a really long time, and I've never...
So I would say the first time after meeting Orin, you would just kind of see a smile go across his face. He kind of utters a prayer to himself that no one can see, and you could just see him draw his sword, and flames just go around his sword. He's got a flame tongue greatsword.
Callie is going to cast Detect Magic and move up the stairs very quietly.
All right.
Yeah.
So
and
Callie's
Duru
going to go
will-
first? Then Doru?
Yeah.
She doesn't have to necessarily go first. In fact, I think she would prefer not to.
Okay.
I'm not going for
I get. I
I'll go
need.
She
second.
does.
Okay. Panda's like, not
I was
me
just gonna
first.
say-
Yeah, I feel like Julius would probably be first because he just straight went up. Didn't
Oh
even
yeah,
go
no.
up the stairs.
Julius is definitely already up there. I just need an order for the stairs that I'm about to put up on the map.
Got it.
Because you have
Okay,
to come.
bef-
The rest of them had to
before-
come upstairs. Go ahead.
Before we go up, I would like to cast Protection from Evil and Good on myself.
Okay. Protection and evil and good from evil.
Callie will very happily be behind Orin.
Okay, so Orin
He
is
seems a
going
little
first
beefy.
then.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I think I would head up after
Mm-hmm.
Julius.
Okay.
Yeah,
Julius,
so I got up.
you're. Go ahead.
Said I got up there a little bit before they do. So I guess
Yes.
do I see anything before they get up
think-
there?
I think. Trying to think. I think you would come up. Actually, about here, based
Okay.
on where. The way that the building is. I think you come up there, and as soon as you enter the room, you're going to see. He's real tiny right now, but one of these things standing right here, and you're actually going to see a couple of them.
I see Slender Man.
Detect Magic has a range of 30 feet on it. Do I sense anything before we get close to him or see him?
I think you get a faint magical sense, but
Okay.
It's not like they're carrying any strong magical items or anything like that. Nothing that like screams. But then you see they're standing around there. You guys coming up the stairs. So there's these ones. You guys coming up the stairs are immediately met with two standing out here. And one more person to add to the board. Your lovely Lightkeeper Chance, who's laying on the floor in between the four of these guys. Looks pretty beat up. And also unconscious. Laying on the floor. Those four are standing over him. Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone. We're probably not actually going to do this battle until next time. I think we could probably do, like, if you wanted, a round, because it's already 12:09. So we can do a little bit of it.
Nat 1.
24.
That
Dirty
is it.
20.
Dirty,
Dirty
20.
20.
Oh my god. I rolled on physical and D&D Beyond and got
Give
2
me-
nat 1s.
I have the alert feat. So if you want
I
my
also have alert, and I got a 4.
So you don't forget about your inspiration if you haven't used it.
Oren got a
Yep.
1. Rio, what did you get?
Dirty 20.
Callie, what did you get?
A 4?
Duru.
24.
And Julius.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Rio and Julius, who's got the higher dex?
17.
Yeah, you got it. I got 14, I think.
Before you solidify that, Oren, do you want to take my 24?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll take his one.
Okay.
God, do I love that alert feat.
It's
So
good.
do I. I use the shit out of it in my campaigns. It's the first
Fluffy can-
feat I take every fucking time.
Fluffy can
so
tell you every
Mhm.
chance.
24. And Duru's got a 1. Yeah, I used the fuck out of that feat. Okay, and then let's see. All right, so coming up the stairs, Oren, you see these things. You've never seen them before. Once again, much like the Gravelings, the first time you saw a Graveling, you have no reference for them. You don't know what in the actual fuck is standing right in front of your face. But by golly, are they ugly? They're kind of smelly. They don't look like the zombies that you've encountered before, but you could probably classify them pretty close to that sort of type thing.
Okay. Obviously I'm gonna swing at the one right in front of me.
All right. Go ahead.
That's 16 to hit.
16 hits. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. That is 7 damage from that.
Nice.
And then since it's a flame, I get extra 2d6 fire.
So the first amount was how much?
7.
Okay.
And then 9.
9.
Gotcha.
And then let's just go ahead and attack on a ballistic smite.
Gotcha.
And I want it to be, hang on, let me look here. I guess it ain't divine. More fire damage, so it's another 2d6. And that's my bonus action. So,
Okay.
hang on, let me just. And that is another 6 damage.
All right. So you guys watch, the rest of you, everyone except for Julius, because he is behind a wall at this point, see Orin walk up to this first. You have absolutely no idea what it is, but it's disgusting, gross, and it's probably going to hit you. He walks up and just absolutely demolishes this thing and leaves it bloodied and barely standing by the time he is done. But it is still standing. So that is your turn, and yeah, I assume you stay right in front of him, right?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Rio, you're next.
Okay. Hold on a second. I got to measure. Rio is going to fly over here.
Okay.
And she's going to use one of her channel divinities to use Radiance of the Dawn.
Okay.
Both of these things need to make a DC 14 con saving throw. 30-foot emanation from her center.
Okay. The one standing in front of Orin, they both fail.
Okay. So they take 2d10 plus 3 radiant damage. So each of them takes 12 radiant.
Okay, so the one in front of Orin drops, and that one is dead. I don't know if it's going to show up the same size as him, but well, he's dead. Someone else can fix him if they really want to. And then the other one looks a little hurt. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
You said 12, right?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure I log that correctly. All right, so that's Rio's turn. Next is Julius. Julius, you are standing alone in this room. There are 4 of them. They're standing over Chance, and the second you pop up, are you real quiet when you see them? Or do you make any noise or any exclamations or anything like that? Or do you try to keep it hush? Because they're not focused on you when you pop up. They're focused on Chance very clearly.
I think Julian probably goes a little on instinct. And he probably goes to about there.
Gotcha.
Gets their attention. And tries to be a distracting guy. And as an action, he's going to cast or use an action for Death Mask. So no one else is in the room, but Julian's face, which has already gone a little translucent because he's in this form, goes even more translucent, and you almost like see like the skull behind his face. And I'm going to attempt to frighten all of them. So any creature within 30 feet of me. So they need to make a Wisdom save. 13.
Wisdom save, you said?
Wisdom save, yes.
All right. What's the DC?
As if it's not high, it's a 13.
2 of them fail, 2 of them pass. So what do they have to do? Do they have to move away from you?
No, they are just frightened until they repeat the
so
saving throw.
They can't make any active moves towards you
They
or
can't.
against you,
They
right?
can't. They can't move towards me, and then they have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls
Okay,
while
so
they see me.
So let me pull out my pointer words. So this one and this one
Okay.
are frightened of you.
Got it. All right. Seeing that I frightened a few of them, I might try to lure some of them away. How much? So I came up there. That was about 15 feet.
And you can assume that this area is in a state of disarray, much like the rest of the library is.
Okay.
There you go.
Then
They got markers on them.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna move 15 feet towards this corner here, so that gets me about there-ish.
All right.
As that, and as a bonus action, you said Chase was unconscious. Does he look like dying unconscious or just unconscious? Just like
Make a medicine check.
does he look hurt? Medicine.
Not going to give you that one for free.
Yeah, that's fair. +3. That is a 22.
He's definitely still breathing. He's unconscious and he looks like he's been beaten up. I wouldn't suggest leaving him like that for much longer if possible.
All right, then I think as a bonus action, I will use my last first level spell to do a healing word on him. That'll be 2d4 plus 4. That is 9 hit points to Chase.
Chance.
And I hope he is smart enough to recognize he's surrounded by people who want to attack him and to keep his mouth shut.
Well, let's see.
And to not draw attention to that.
Let's see. Let's see what he
So I
let's
feel
see
like
what he does. All right. When the magic hits him, he slowly opens his eyes. He does make a little sound, but these creatures haven't seemingly noticed you. At this point, you did just cast a spell in front of them. You did play distraction, like you said. So they've all turned
Yep.
their heads to you. So they don't notice, but he does make a small gasp. But yes, Chance is smart enough to recognize that he is in a shit situation. So he plays dead.
And that is my turn.
All right. So he is next for his turn. He's going to play dead. That's going to be Chance's turn. Next, it's the bad guys. Because I'm sorry, the other ones rolled real bad. Sometimes I like to make the baddies last, but I thought, nah, you rolled too bad this time. Sorry. So, the one in front of Orin is dead. This one is going to go for... Oop, wrong button. Rio. Going to take a few steps forward. He's just going to mindlessly claw at you. He's going to try to hit you real hard.
Okay, is
Oh.
it a celestial, aberration, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
Nope.
None of those. Okay.
It's
Is it within
it's
5 feet
something.
of me? So within 5 feet of me?
I would say yes, because you guys were standing right next to each other. It's not a huge deal because it did wildly miss. I only rolled a 4. So it takes a swing at Rio, but I imagine Rio's like very flighty and small. So
I'm using my reaction to for Sentinel to take an attack against it.
okay.
You roll dice.
I'm pretty loosey
Right.
goosey with distances, so don't be worried too much about that. We'll
That's why I
roll it as we
asked.
go.
That's a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
10 damage for that, and then 2d6 fire damage. So it's 14 damage altogether.
Okay. That one is also looking very hurt, but not quite dead. But that seemingly did make him angry, and for as much as you can tell, because he doesn't really have, they don't really, the best that I can describe them is like skeletons with just like the thinnest layer of skin left on them. It's like pulled back very taut. You can see every bone line and everything. But they don't read as undead. If you you can do an Arcana check if you'd like, but you get the sense that this is something not quite seen before. These are creatures that you've never seen before. They're along the lines of those small gravelings that you saw earlier. And I need Orin and Rio to make a wisdom save.
8.
16.
Okay. Oh, all my d6s are here. 9 points of damage, Rio. You take 9 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And it'll look like after it hits you with that, when it look like, doesn't even really physically hit you, it kind of just looks at you and you get this overwhelming just pain in your head real quick. And then it feels almost like it took some of that health out of you and gave it back to itself.
Oh, that's lovely.
So it gets a little bit more rejuvenated. So that is
fucking do
that one's that one is that one's turn. This one was not. This one is going to walk up to you, Julius, because at this point you seem to be the only person in the room that it would like to hit. And it's going to go ahead and take a swing on you.
Got it.
Sorry, can't read my dice. Call me Ashley Johnson. Does I doubt this hits? Does an 11 hit you? No, I didn't think
Nope.
so. So it kind of stumbles forward, almost like it doesn't quite know how to walk right. Not because of your spell or anything, but maybe because it's still trying to figure out how to use its legs. And it kind of stumbles towards you, takes a swing on you, but misses. These other two are frightened at the moment, so they don't make any advances towards you, but I think they kind of crowd around Chance, almost kind of step over him as if they don't want you to get a hold of him at all. And this other one will walk around and he'll also head towards you. And he's going to take a swing on you as well. Oh, this is, yay, a roll that's better. Does a 16 hit?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
All right, 16 does it. Let's see. So you only take 7 points of damage. As he,
If it's what type of damage? Because if
it would be
it's
slashing damage. He's just taking his like clawed hand and just trying to rake his
okay,
hand
is
at
it
you.
considered magical or non-magical? Because while I'm in that ghostly flesh, I have resistance.
It's non-magical. It's just a hit.
Okay, so are we rounding up or rounding down?
You round down.
Round up. All right, 3 damage. Nice.
Gotcha.
All right.
Also, I need you to make 2 wisdom saves for me, please.
2 wisdom saves. All right, we'll go with the Rick Astley dice. That is a 17 for the first one,
Okay, you're good.
and a 4 for the second one.
Okay. So for this one, oh, I'm sorry. I rolled really well. You take 10 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And that will be that one's turn. Also, you notice that one gets a little bit bolstered by that. Almost like he took on a little bit of temporary health. All right. I think we'll finish out this round and then we'll come back to this battle scene on the next one. So we'll let Callie go next because that is their turn.
Do we have line of sight over this wall or no?
No, it is a full wall. Now, you guys can hear that there is a commotion going on there because Julius did intentionally make a large racket trying to draw them in. So you don't know exactly what's going on in that room, but you do know that there's probably more of these things in there. Sure
Okay.
sounds like it.
Okay. In that case, then, is this one injured?
Yes.
It is. Okay. Callie is going to Toll the Dead.
Told the dead.
A wisdom 13.
All right. Oh, goodness. No, he failed. No.
Hell
He
yeah.
just failed. And since he already
All
took
right.
damage, I believe you rolled a d12, right?
Yes, I did. So I'm gonna use my bardic on that.
All right.
I rolled for shit. Yep. That also didn't help me, so that's gonna be 6 necrotic total.
Okay. What does Callie's Toll the Dead sound like? Because it does make a distinct sound. And I like to describe magic.
Yeah. That is the sound of a not Taco Bell. That's her Toll of the Dead is the sound of a book closing, like a very heavy foam, kind of slapping closed.
Yeah, I can picture it. As a reader, I know what book I have that I could get a nice like on.
Yep.
Slight sound of paper rustling right before it closes.
Mm-hmm. That heavy kind of whoosh when you flip it over.
Callie hits him with the Toll of the Dead. Now he's looking real hurt. Again. Is that Callie's turn?
Yeah. Yep.
Alrighty. Doru, round us out,
Okay.
darling.
So is there only one or is there still 2?
No, the one that's in front of Orn is dead. The only one
Okay.
still standing in this room is the one standing in front of Rio. But like I
Okay.
said, all of you can justifiably hear a whole bunch of commotion in the other room. And these things do make a sound. I wouldn't call it like a moaning sound, but they grunt and sort of groan as they move. as if they're sort of in pain from moving around.
Okay. So I'm gonna take one of my daggers and try and hit them.
You're gonna try to hit the one in front of Riel,
One.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And for shits and giggles, 8.
No, I'm sorry. An 8 does not hit. Their AC
Yep.
is not high, but it's not that low. Uh,
Don't think I can. Wait. Yeah, no, I can't do anything else.
all right. Is that all for Duru?
Mm-hmm.
You get a nick attack on the dagger.
No, because it didn't hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Small
Yep.
details.
Those annoying pesky details.
Dang.
Because
I'm
if it
trying
had
to-
hit, I would have been able to do sneak attack as well.
All right.
As well as another nick.
All right. Now that we finished out that round, we will come back to this on the next one and finish out this battle. I promise I will not TPK you. I swear.
How can you
no, you'll be
TPK us?
fine.
We're already dead.
Who knows?
You'd
You'll
be
be fine.
surprised.
That's like I said, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. But yeah, we'll get back to this next time. I'm really excited. You guys got a lot of new things to talk about. Oren's back to getting to hit things. I'm sure he's real excited. And we're going to try and save Chance and maybe figure out where the missing member of the library is. Because we're still missing someone.
We're still missing Raya.
I wonder. All right. With that, we'll say
He's still
good
trying to
night.
clean the blood out of.
Good night.
She's up there just frantically scratching at Callie's shirt with just no idea what's happening down in the.
Honestly, I believe it.
Sure. I'm a fluffy DM, I promise. I'm sure that's what's happening.
No, I'm the fluffy DM.
Oh, that doesn't bode well for her. All right.
You're the scratchy DM.
All right. We'll say goodnight to Twitch. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you
Good night.
guys. And we'll see you on the next one to finish this fight. Because they finally get to hit things. Bye, guys.